why properties market is so hot right now, especially in the midst of the pandemic. And of course, the COVID-19 pandemic is not over yet. Though right now the nation is going through vaccination, okay, the virus is still there and it's out there. So the thing is that why properties has been so hot, because facts number one, the low interest rate environment actually boosts housing market. And this is a fact, and it's not just in Singapore, it's all over the world. So physical properties become more attractive, okay, to investors who's looking for higher yields, and it's real yield. So in this case, high transaction volume is also evidence from the genuine local home buyers. Now, I don't know it's local home buyers because, put it this way, in COVID-19, during the circuit breaker and during the lockdowns in different countries, most cannot travel or majority don't travel. So it's all domestic demand. So what you're seeing in the market right now, the transactions volume, particularly new home sales transactions, if you were to take a look at the table, that it's on the left of my left, I'm able to show you that since March, okay, and April last year, which is the circuit breaker month, transactions actually drastically fall because we're still adjusting to what's going on in the market, and all the virtual viewings, all this is just beginning, and then things get normalized, and we are used to the way things is done. Like right now in the consumer seminar, we do a Zoom, and in viewings, all these we do virtual viewings, and in closing we also do virtual, and even we can even talk about this Zoom. So you can see that the transaction volume has actually picked up, and these are all closed deal, and they are from genuine local buyer. So if you take a look at all this, the number of sold unit by developer, which is new home sales, actually fluctuates according to the number that is launched that month. So if there is a drop, that doesn't mean that the demand drop. It only possibly mean that the new launches have actually slow. There's lesser number of new launches for that month. Okay, next is property price continue its upward momentum. So this is quite evident from what we have seen in the reports, on every quarter reports on how is the property market doing. And this facts number 3 is actually, let me present to you for the past 11 quarters since the cooling measures was introduced in July 2018, which is second quarter 2018. Property prices has been 8 up and 3 down. What does that mean? That means 8 quarters of up and 3 quarters of down. So what this means is there is more up quarters and less down quarters. So if there's more up and less down, it means that from point A to point B, the property market is undergoing a phenomenon which is an upward trend. Isn't this so obvious? So if we are putting on all that percentage of growth or drop for every quarter, okay, as you can see, the right is this. It is on the uptrend. Very obvious. Okay, this is what is going on in the Singapore property market. And last quarter, quarter 1, 2021, which we just got that numbers over last Friday. This is the comparisons of property price index for quarter 4 and quarter 1. So when it says that the property price index in quarter 1 grew by 2.9%, okay, 2.9%, it means it represents a composite of property weighted index that is on landed property, on non-landed property in CCR, RCR, and OCR. But does it mean that all private condos grew by 2.9%? Okay, the answer is no. So in landed properties is 5.6%. Evidence that possibly the bigger landed properties like GCBs, all these are growing quite at a very fast pace. So it represents 5.6%. So it's way above that 2.9, which is the weighted average. So there's the CCR, but CCR is down by 0.3%. So it doesn't mean that CCR property is up by 2.9% over quarter 1, 2021. And RCR is up by 6.1%. Can you check this out? Where is RCR? So possibly evidenced by the launch in the Rift at King's Dot. So that provides that 6.1% growth in Q1. And OCR is 0.9%. So if I look into the definition of property price index, which is what is presented in the media, okay, it's defined this way. The current PPI is computed using the stratifications method. And under this method, transacted properties are grouped into different categories based on property type, tenure, completion status, and region. The median price of each category are then aggregated using 12 quarters moving average weight on derive the PPI. Actually, what is that? It's so confusing, isn't it? Okay, so let me put it this way. It doesn't mean that the PPI 2.9% equals to where you stay in right now. Okay, so let me share you this. In ERA, we do have a new tech initiative that is called Realty Watch. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here right now, I want to introduce to you the all new Realty Watch by ERA. It shows you what's happening in your neighborhood, which means as our Realty Watch VIP, hey, all consumer out there, if you're listening and tuning into this Zoom live, check out our Realty Watch, which is specially designed for you to help you aware of what's going on in your neighborhood. It's not that 2.9% growth in property prices